It's Money Marketing Monday with Nyala. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and we are all good. I am so excited for another Money Marketing Monday with Nyala. This is where I bring trainings all to help you master your messaging and your marketing so you can make more money. We started doing this at the end, and this is just me wasting time. So some people to come over because I sent out that email. Also, those of you who are new to our community, just to give you a rundown of what we do, right? So every week, Monday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I bring a new training. We call it Money Marketing Monday with Nyala, okay? So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, I'm Nyala, marketing and income strategist for coaches. And today we're going to talk about the number one reason why, a lot of coaches and consultants struggle with getting consistent leads and sales. Okay. So I realized that I just started talking and I did not check to see if you can hear me. So if you guys are here, just say hello below. Let me know if you guys can hear me and all is well. It's Monday. It's Monday. I'm excited every day. This is just how I am naturally. Keep my energy up. But it's Monday. Okay, good. All right. So today we're talking about the number one reason why coaches and consultants struggle to get consistent leads and sales. Crazy thing is, with one small tweak, and I'm going to give you this tweak today, with one small tweak, no matter what marketing strategy you are using, you're going to be able to increase your visibility, expand your reach, get yourself in front of more people, because that's really what it's all about. I see a lot of people, here's the thing. It's good to focus on the branding, how your brand looks, the offers, the messaging, all of this stuff is important. Yes. But what I find is that a lot of people focus here and don't put their focus on the number one thing that any business needs to thrive, right? Which is traffic. Yes, being able to get in front of more people so you can generate more leads and generate more sales. Now, before I get into that, let's talk about leads for a quick moment. Leads is pretty much the lifeline for your business. Without getting leads, it's going to be hard for you to start scaling, right? So there are people who will see your advertisements, who will see your social media posting, would see your videos, your live streams, and they'll click and they'll go ahead and buy. But a lot of people, they need to be able to cultivate a relationship with you. They need to be able to get their questions answered. They need to be sure that you are the right person for them. And so that takes time. And so that's the reason why generating leads is really the most important thing that you should be focused on, and just bringing up again what we have going on in our world today with the coronavirus, just thinking about how many people focus on networking and doing a lot of, offline marketing, which is something that I speak about a lot. I also see them do a lot of offline marketing and not focus on generating leads. I can't tell you how many people I speak to where it's like, you go to networking events, you get business cards, but you never call people. You never follow up, right? You go out, you speak, but you forget that you need to be able to generate leads. So you're not negotiating that, or you're not putting things in place to be able to generate these leads. And this is the most important thing in your business, okay? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The number one mistake that you're making, what you need to do to fix it. Let's jump in, okay? All right, so my first question for you, and again, if you guys are here, just say hello below so I can say what's up to you. So my first question for you is to tell me what marketing strategy you're using right now to generate leads in your business. I'm going to throw some out there, the ones that I hear the most, but I want you to tell me below whether you're here with me live or whether you're on the replay, okay? So here's what I hear the most. Number one is word of mouth, okay? So a lot of service professionals focus on word of mouth, focus on referral marketing. And while this is great, it's not the only way that you can get leads and sales coming into your business, okay? It's actually it's not the only way, but it also doesn't create predictability, which is what a lot of people are looking for. All right, so again, tell me below what you do or what strategy you rely on to bring in leads and sales in your business, okay? So word of mouth marketing, The next one is social media marketing, right? So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, that's the new one, right? So if you're focused on social media marketing, let me know below. Video marketing, which is a form of social media marketing, but it still stands alone. So video marketing, if that's something that you're doing, let me know below. Another one that a lot of people do is podcasting. It's starting to get bigger these days, bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Because people are realizing, wow, having a podcast, I'm able to generate leads. I'm able to get in front of new people. So people are starting podcasts. So let me know below what strategy, hold on. Hey, Nicole, darling, how are you? So let me know below what strategy you're using to generate leads and sales. Okay. All right. And here's why I want to know this, because if you tell me, then I'm going to show you live how you can implement this one small tweak that will take you from 10 people seeing what you have to thousands of people seeing what you have. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for your responses, but here is the number one mistake that I believe a lot of you are making. And usually it's consistency, but today it's not. What I believe a lot of people the mistake that I see a lot of you making is not simplifying your marketing. So write that down, not simplifying your marketing. So you're doing a lot, but you're not getting a lot of results from what you're doing. And I believe it's because you're not simplifying your marketing. And this one small tweak is going to help you simplify things while expanding your reach and getting in front of more people. Make sense? All right. So Nicole said mostly social media and video, right? And so again, great. Every single one of these are good, but this is the one small tweak that you need to make, okay? So I want you guys to write this down. Some of you may have heard this before. This is my strategy that I use and that I teach my clients to use. And it goes like this: BOPA. So we call it BOPA, BOPA. And what that stands for is borrowing other people's audiences, okay? So Nicole said what she uses is social media and video, so like a combination. So let's think of video. If you were to borrow other people's audiences, instead of spending your time doing your videos all the time, you will start to implement maybe going and doing lives in other people's Facebook groups. Maybe if you're on Instagram doing the swap, right? Where you could do the Instagram takeover and you could go live from someone else's page, right? So again, this is not to say that what you guys are doing is not working, but if you implement this one tweak, which is what I do with my clients, you're going to realize that you can reach the results that you're looking for a lot faster. Okay. So that's an example with live video. Let's talk about blogging. If you're somebody who loves blogging, what you may find is that you've been blogging for about a year and it's still hard to get a lot of traffic to your website if you're not using paid advertising, right? Well, with one small tweak, right, and implementing this BOPA strategy, and you start blogging on other people's site that has the viewers, right away, you start to get put in front of more people. Is this starting to make sense? I'm going to give you another one. So podcasting, we said that this is big, right? So if you're someone who has a podcast and you've been recording your episodes over and over and you're staying consistent, you're putting it out there, but you're still not seeing your listeners increase as fast as you would like, you can just apply this one strategy, my BOPA strategy that I'm telling you about, and you can interview on other people's podcasts that has the audience. And just like that, you go from 10 people listening to you to thousands of people listening to you. So again, I have my own strategy that I use. And again, if you've been with me for a while, you know this strategy. But today, my goal wasn't really to just give you my strategy, but show you how you can do what you're already doing and make it better. Does that make sense? How you can already, just by applying one small tweak and starting to look at it a little different. I see so many people hammering the importance of paid advertising. And while paid advertising is well, the majority of coaches fall into this trap where, number one, they may not be able to afford paid advertising, Number two, their brand is not ready for paid advertising, meaning they don't have a message. They don't have a system that converts. So, you know, when they start using the paid advertising, they're putting out a lot of money and they're not seeing the results because they weren't prepared first, right? So there's so many reasons. Another reason is that so many people are using it that, you know, the competition is real and you're really going to have to invest a lot of money in the beginning for testing, to get data, to see what works. It's just so many things that come with that. And with me going through that on my journey, this is how I discovered the BOPAs, right? So I started doing webinars a long time ago. And with webinars, I fell into the same trap, doing webinars over and over again. And every time I do the webinars, it was like the same 7 people, the same 6 people. And while I love those 7 and 6 people, I needed more people. And it wasn't until I started implementing my BOPA strategy where I'm able to tap into other people's audiences. So many people have names for it. They call it transfer of power. They call it joint ventures. They call it collaborations. They call it affiliates. There's so many names for it, but it boils down to one thing: borrowing other people's audiences, right? Tapping into other people's audiences. And what that does is it cuts your work in half, but still puts you in front of more people. So more people, less work, okay? So I believe, again, let's just recap and let me see if I'm, Nicole said, I was just talking about I needed to simplify. I'm just busy being busy. Yeah, right? And so again, normal, Nicole, and you know this because this is what we're being taught. Show up, show up, show up. Do this. Make sure you're talking to 10 people a day, right? And this is what we're taught. And it's okay. But again, with one small tweak, you'll see a lot of results coming faster with less time. So I believe what you really need to do is simplify your strategy. And I didn't even plan on talking about this, but since we're here, I also believe another thing people need to do is have a strategy, right? So I'm going to use Nicole for an example. So this may not be her situation, but this is what I see a lot. So let's say live video is something that you love to do, right? So for me, I love live video. I'm a talker. I'm not a writer. I don't even write my emails. I dictate them, okay? So I don't like writing. I like talking. So live streams, videos, audios, all of that is great for me, right? And a lot of people do this. But most people don't have a strategy behind it. Most people are not doing it with intention. They're doing it just because they know they have to show up, right? So it's like, I know I have to show up. This is what I'm going to talk about today. Sometimes it takes an hour to even think about what you want to talk about today. And then boom, here we are. We're just going to talk, right? And there's no intention behind it. There's no call to action. There's nowhere to send the leads. There's no follow-up from that. I was just talking to my clients last night where I said to them, you know, a lot of people, you're doing challenges, you're doing these live streams, but you're not following up with the people that engage with you. You're not reaching out and actually speaking to people. So again, it's one thing, and I had no intention of speaking about this, but this would be the second thing. 1, not simplifying the strategy, and 2, not having a strategy, right? Not having a strategy. So I could just give you what I'm doing right here, right? Because this is, if you pay attention, I always tell people, don't listen to what you hear coaches say, watch what they do. Because if you watch what they do, you'll start to see that there's a method behind all of this, right? So here I am, Money Marketing Monday with Nyala. Every Monday, we do this training in this group, exclusive to this group, right? So one good thing is that I'm able to show up consistently for my group, which is important, with content, which is important. But then there's a couple of things happening here. So number 1, before we have Money Marketing Monday with Nyala on Friday, it gets announced. It gets announced to our email list. It gets announced to our other platforms. It gets announced to you guys in the group. So that's number 1, right? And then after Money Marketing with Monday with Nyala, what you see is that, and this is if you follow me in other places, what you see is that video snippets go out on Instagram, an article goes out on LinkedIn, a new podcast goes out every Friday at 10 a.m., a new YouTube video goes out on Wednesday. all from this one video, right? All from this one training. So that is an example of, yeah, you can have the marketing strategy and you can go as far as simplifying and saying, okay, well, I'm just going to do live and I'm going to go do Facebook lives and other people's groups and boom, I got my strategy. But you still want to have intention behind it. Okay, so that's just me taking it a step further, guys. This is what I believe a lot of you are struggling with, and hopefully this was valuable. Hopefully you'll follow what I'm saying. Let me just see. Okay, so I'm not seeing any more comments. Hopefully you follow what I'm saying. Again, if you're on the replay, I want you to tell me below, what strategy are you using to generate leads and sales? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna respond to you and I'm gonna show you how you can take that one small tweak, the BOPA strategy, add it to what you're doing and take your visibility way up, right? Go from in front of 10 people to thousands of people, okay? All right, so this has been Money Marketing Monday with Nyala. Do not forget that we have a few courses that's on sale for the next 30 days due to this coronavirus, due to the recession that's coming. I just believe that a lot of you need to get focused with your strategy, whether you want to do challenges, workshops, summits, whether you want to set up passive income funnels, whatever it is. We have 3 courses that is we slashed and that is on sale. So I'm going to put that in the title for you so you can check that out if you need it. Okay? And then there was one more thing. Don't forget, we're also giving copies away for free. So anybody who you know is a single mom, anyone who's on government assistant or housing assistant, and you might be going through it right now with not being at work, I want you to reach out to me personally. I want to hear your story. Again, reach out to me personally, and we're going to be giving some copies of these courses away for free as well. Okay. All right. So thank you guys. Let me see before I go. Hey, Vanessa. So Vanessa said, I usually do attraction marketing on my personal Facebook page. Yeah, so that's good too, right? So attraction marketing is good too, but you know that that is not something that you can rely on, right? So you really got to be able to see, how can I start? Not only is it something that you can't rely on, but it's something you can't measure. You understand? It's like, you know, the most you can do is see how much comments you get from different posts you may put out. The most you can do is see, you know, what engagement you get. Yeah, but when you do these collaborations, when you do these BOPAs, what happens is now you can measure. You can measure how many people was in the Facebook group you went in. You can start to really see data, okay? And so what I'm sharing with you, when you really think about it, it's like organic data versus paid advertising data, right? It's like using this BOPA strategy to be able to get in front of more people, but to also test your messaging, test your funnels, test your emails, test all the things that you have before implementing paid advertising. So attraction marketing is good. Now, how can you apply the BOPA? This is how you could apply BOPA with attraction marketing. Instead of just doing it on your personal page, Vanessa, you can do it in other people's groups. Okay, you can do it, you know, in other people's communities. You can, you know, reach out to 10 of the closest people you know that are in business that's on your page and ask them to share it on theirs. So again, attraction marketing, for those of you who don't know, it's pretty much just putting out posts, putting out pieces of your life, asking questions, putting things out to instill curiosity, to get people to respond, to get people to say, wow, if she's doing that, I can do it too, right? It's like attracting people through what you put out. The only difference is not only doing it on your personal page, because on your personal page, you're fighting the algorithms. Everyone is not seeing your stuff. But if you start using that in other groups while following the group rules, you'll start to see a difference. You'll start to see more leads. And not only that, what happens is that some people who don't engage with you, just because they don't engage with your post, doesn't mean that they don't click your name, go over to your page, start scrolling through and see what you have going on. So that is how you can apply one small tweak to attraction marketing to get in front of way more people. Make sense? Okay, so I'm leaving you guys. If you have any question, any more comments, leave it below, and I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye.